Right, hi. 2 years ago, exactly to this day, I uploaded a video onto Facebook. Now, this video was a huge one for me. It was probably the biggest video I've ever made, despite it being probably one of the first ones I've done like that, shall we say. But I uploaded a video onto Facebook of me coming out as asexual. Now, this was a huge turning point for me because this was actually the video that led me to start YouTube. And this is the video that just led me to make videos on YouTube and just create content for people, and allowed me to gain subscribers and enabled this following to form over these last couple of years. So the fact that I saw when I woke up today that it was 2 years ago exactly to the day that I made this video, it kind of made me reflect on the last 2 years. But what I wanted to do today is I'm going to insert that video right here now, and you can see how different I was back then, and how naive I was even about asexuality, despite defining as that. And people will criticize a lot of it because I am very naive, and a lot of the stuff I says doesn't say just isn't correct. And I can sit and talk about that all day today, because it isn't when I watched it today or watched it this morning, I was just like, that's not right. What he said about that sexuality isn't right. That's not how they define us all. So please be careful. I understand that I said a lot of wrong things, so please be respect that this was a few years ago and it was back before I knew all this stuff. So I will insert the video here, and then we can have a little chat. Right, hi, this is the 8th time I'm making this video. I just can't seem to get it right because I'm really nervous in making this video. But hopefully this one will be alright. Basically it's a coming out video. I'm not heterosexual, I'm asexual. Now some of you may know that already, but a lot of you won't. And a lot of you, when I've told that I'm asexual, have said, what is asexuality? Or I don't even know what that is. And those who do think they know what asexuality is tend to have an incorrect or an invalid description of what they believe it to be. So I'm here to basically tell you exactly what it is. Basically, someone who defines as asexual has little to no sexual desire whatsoever. So basically, they don't like the concept of sex. I'm one of those. I am an asexual. I've felt that way since. Well, I've never felt any differently, really. I've never had any desire towards sex at all. But that's how I am. But it's only within the last couple of years that I've actually realised that asexuality actually exists, because there hasn't been enough awareness, which is the point of this video. I was reading an article, because I'm in my first year at uni, and it's part of one of my assignments, and it talks about how if people know what LGBTQ is, it's basically like lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, and questioning sexualities, and they believe that sexual education within secondary schools and primary schools, I presume, tend to be heterocentric. In other words, they tend to be orientated around heterosexual values as opposed to the others, shall we say. So basically this article tries to get lesbian, gay, bisexual and transgender and questioning youths to receive comprehensive sexuality sessions, and try to integrate their values into sexual education as well as heterocentric. So basically make it more equal, basically. But nowhere in this whole article does it mention about asexuality at all, and say how some individuals aren't any of those and they're actually asexual or whatever, and how they feel about sexual education or anything, because obviously we don't like sex. This is hard for me to say because people are just going to probably sound weird or something, because let's face it, everyone kind of judges on Facebook and everything. So basically sex, the concept of sex makes me feel sick. I don't like it at all. I never have. I've never like voluntarily watched pornography in my life because I don't know. I don't like sex, so I'm not really likely to watch porn. But it's how I've always felt. I've never really, I hadn't openly said about it until this, in the last year or so, because I know people would judge me for that. Or when I have told people, they say I'm lying. They say, oh yeah, you're just saying that you don't watch porn to get attention or something. I don't. I wish I did like the concept of sex, you know. I wish I was normal and heterosexual. I wish I could like sex, because everyone says it's awesome. Everyone says it's insane, you know? But unfortunately I don't. And but also another thing, this video is all about me being open. So if you don't want to hear more about my sexuality or anything, you know, feel free to get away from this video as soon as possible. But another thing about me, this is again me being very open, I've never masturbated in my life. Again, people are going to say I'm weird, but I know when this topic has arisen, like when people have asked me how often do I masturbate or something, in the past, perhaps during my, you know, when I was in like year 10 or something in secondary school, when people said that, I always responded with the truth. I wasn't going to lie that I masturbated every single day or anything like that. I just said I'd never masturbated before. I'd never felt an urge to. And when I said that, they again believed I was making it up. And fair enough, you know, I can't really convince them any more than that. But it was like, in year 9, I didn't even know what masturbating was. I mean, as I said, it arose with my peer group, and they actually said told me what the idea of masturbation was. And at first I thought it was actually a joke, because obviously I'd never had an urge to, and I didn't know what this concept was. And I thought, once they told me what it was, and I thought it was like, genuinely, this is me being honest, I thought if I did this, then maybe my penis would fall off. Like, I thought it was like a joke circulating around the school. So I know it's a very irrational belief and thought, but that's how I felt anyway. And this was year 9 me. I was a weirdo back then. Not that I'm not now, but whatever. But after doing some research, well, I didn't just type in men masturbating on YouTube or anything like that. I just like looked up what masturbation is, and well, not what it is, and like how many people do it, and it turns out it's over 99% of guys masturbate. So that kind of, you know, took me aback. I mean, I'm now in my first year at uni, and I've still never masturbated in my life. So the fact that it says that over 99% of guys do it kind of made me worry, and kind of made me sad that I was like different to everyone else, and it made me like try it. And I was trying it, and it again did nothing for me, so I stopped trying it and gave up on it really, because I don't know, I never had the urge to. I was just trying it because everyone else did it really. But then years went on, and I realised how, you know, different I still was, and through comments from other people saying like, oh yeah, I'd like to have sex with her or whatnot, or generic heterosexual comments, I never felt them. I never have felt like I've wanted to have sex with a girl before. I don't like the concept of sex, so I've never seen a girl and thought I want to have sex with her. That thought has never popped into my mind. I wish it had, because again, everyone says it's awesome, but it hasn't, unfortunately, and that's the way I've always been. And apparently there's a lot more people, sorry if you heard that car alarm, whatever, but apparently there's a lot more people like me out there. I've just never actually spoken to one. Well, spoken to one that's open about it. Anyway, so I just want to tell you I'm sorry that I've been very open, and I'm sorry I told you about like my experiences, but it's always made me feel isolated and kind of different to everyone else. And even if I am open about it and tell people that I am this way, nobody's ever really believed me, and they've just perceived it as just a lie. So I think if awareness was spread about it and shown that people are like me, there are people out there like me, then people were more likely to accept who we are. So I think it's very important. I'm in a subcategory of asexuality called heteroromantic. I am heteroromantic, which basically means hetero means I like the opposite sex, and romantic is like as opposed to sexual. So I'm not sexual, I'm romantic, as it were. But then there's also other subcategories of asexuality. There's homoromantic, which is obviously as opposed to homosexual, and then there's biromantic, opposed to bi. And then there's aromantic. Now, aromantic means that they don't like really any sexual contact whatsoever. Me, let's just say asexuality isn't fixed. There are people that still masturbate, unlike myself. There's people that like some forms of sex and not others. I don't at all. I don't like sex as a whole. That goes for all types of sex, unfortunately. But then I like kisses and I like hugs. I really like hugs and stuff. But then there are people who are aromantic, and there are some people that don't like any form of sexual or physical contact really at all. That they don't like kisses and they don't like hugs. There are people out there like that, and they're perceived as sort of monsters, and like because they can't feel any romance either. Aromantic, hence the name. No romance. They're seen as heartless, and I think it's horrible. It's that they're labelled like this. So obviously, I'm sorry this has gone on for so long, and it's probably a load of rubbish. But hopefully people can understand, and hopefully I'll get a positive response from this somewhat. I know I'm putting this on Facebook, and Facebook is the place where, well, everyone judges everyone, really. So I'm bound to get a lot of negativity and hate from this video, shall we say, or whatever. But I'm telling you, I just think it needs more awareness, and it's become apparent that over the last couple of weeks it's really got me down. So I've feel that I need to make this video. So if you've got any questions, honestly, if you've got any questions about asexuality at all, feel free to message me. I'm more than happy to explain what it is and explain perhaps my experiences of it or whatever. If you think you're asexual yourself, again, if you want to message me, that'd be awesome actually, because as I say, I've never spoken to anyone like me, so it'd be nice to know that there are people like me. If you don't want to do that, it's cool. Obviously, I respect that. But I'm hoping that there's some positive feedback from this, and I hope that I have helped spread some sort of awareness to, well, perhaps 100 of you. I don't know. However many people watch this video. Hopefully they'll understand that what it is. So I'm sorry I've ranted on for so long. If you've got any questions, message me, as I say. Hopefully I've helped, and hopefully you can understand what I'm saying, and hopefully you don't think I'm lying. But if you do, and I'm just doing this for attention, then you're wrong, but I can't really change your opinion, and so I'm sorry that I'm perceived like that, but yeah, I can't do anything about it. So thanks for watching, I'll see you in a bit. Right, now hopefully you didn't, that I've changed a lot since then. I think my confidence has definitely changed since then, the way I present myself. You got to remember that was like the first video that I did, and also I was coming out to a bunch of friends. I uploaded that onto Facebook, where all of my Facebook friends are, all of my friends in real life, etc. So that was quite a challenging thing, and that was definitely like one of the scariest things I've ever done. But that video still received the most amount of likes that I've ever got on Facebook, shall we say. It got over 200 likes, and it got such a huge support, and like so many people commented how much that video meant to them and how much respect they had for me doing that, and it was a very selfless thing or something. Excuse me. And a lot of people messaged me saying how much respect they had for me for doing that, and that they really appreciated that video, as it definitely like shone a light on asexuality and made people see this new sexuality that they had never heard before. And that's what made me come to YouTube, because I wanted to bring that from just telling all my friends about it and coming out to all my friends to actually coming out to the world. So I wanted to do that on a larger scale. So if I didn't get that great support on Facebook, then I wouldn't have started this YouTube channel, and that's pretty crazy. I've checked, so much has happened since then, and I did a video saying how YouTube had changed my life a couple videos back. So I won't go too in depth of how much YouTube means to me in this one, but so much has happened through this, and so much has changed since then, including my confidence. And I've met so many asexuals through here, and like I said in the video before, I hadn't met an asexual or spoken to an asexual in real life, and now I speak to like hundreds of asexuals all the time, and get like new people that follow my channel or comment on my videos or send me a message on YouTube every single day, who are new to my channel, and say that they're asexual, and they thank me for my videos because it makes them understand that they are this, and they finally found a definition for what they are. People who are young or people who are old. It's fantastic, and the fact that I can do that now is something I'm really quite proud of, and something that came about from that video that I made 2 years ago. So I just thought I'd share this with you, let me know what I think. I understand that video quality from that video isn't great. It was recorded on my phone, and when I uploaded to Facebook, it wasn't in HD, and I understand that. And yeah, it's pretty crappy, but I had to download it again from Facebook because I don't have that video. I had to delete it because of phone storage. So I downloaded like a non-HD version, which is the only version I have. So I'm sorry that the quality isn't great, but you can make out it's me just. But yeah, I can't do much about that, so I'm sorry for that. So I hope you enjoyed that. Let me know what you think of that. It's a bit different, but I just wanted to share this as it is a big day for me. So yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll speak to you very soon.